All right. I'm very excited. I'm about to hatch 2 huge eggs. A huge rocky egg. And huge dragon egg. And I have no idea what I'm going to get from them. This is my first ever huge egg. So let's hatch them. And let's, after that, talk about how to get as many huge eggs as possible. And why is it important? This one took, I think, 2 hours to incubate. Relicosaurus! Oh, come on! I can catch those easily! Okay, that was a little bit of a scam. Warsect! Oh my god! I've seen that boss. I've seen that boss and I was like, there's no way I'm beating him. There's absolutely no way. Oh my god. Warsect. Level 3 lumbering, level 3 transportation, and also one of the most powerful fighting pals. I'm gonna level this sucker up. Okay, so I have another huge dragon egg. So let's incubate this one, and large damp egg. Let's see what we're gonna get from these two. Anyway, while this epic music is playing, let's talk about how to find eggs and how to find more of the huge eggs, because let's be honest, the regular eggs probably not going to be that exciting, especially the ones that you find in the wild. We're not going to talk about breeding today. I'm more focusing on a beginner's guide on how to find eggs and hatch powerful pals. Now, I just got a Warsect, and I got that egg a while ago. I just never hatched it because I wanted to make a video on it. I got a Pain King from one of the other eggs that I hatched in the past. You can get access to pals that normally you wouldn't be able to. So, how do I find the eggs? Well, using Palworld interactive map, of course. I'm gonna link it in the description. You can go there. It's super useful in my opinion. If you're playing Palworld, you have to have this map and you have to use it all the time. You can show all the bosses, enemy camps, chests, skill fruits, eggs, everything you want on the map. Right now we're going to be focusing on eggs. So it all depends on what kind of egg you want to get. There's a few kinds of eggs. Each egg basically corresponds to a certain bell type, like a water, fire, dragon, ice. They're pretty obvious from the names of the eggs, and also it depends on where you find them. Certain locations have higher chances of finding certain eggs. For example, if you want to get dragon eggs, you probably want to be looking into these spots around Mount Obsidian. It's possible to find dragon eggs outside of it, but it's most likely going to be Relicosaurus. If you want to get the Ignis Pal, you definitely want to be looking here. So you might be wondering, how do I go to Mount Obsidian if I don't have a heat-resistant metal armor yet? And there are ways. There are definitely ways. Did you know that if you are in the water, you are not going to be taking any heat damage? Which means that you can easily reach all of these eggs that are on the outskirts of Mount Obsidian without even needing heat armor. You just go in the water and then pop out, get an egg, go back in the water. And I highly recommend you traverse this area and at least unlock the fast travel points around the Mount Obsidian. For example, this one I think is going to be the most important because there's a lot of eggs in the vicinity of this one. Also, did you know if you have a freeze pale summoned near you, it's gonna cool you down, so you'll be able to traverse these warm areas without needing... Well, mine just died. That was unfortunate. But anyway, even if you're taking heat damage, you still should be able to run in and harvest the skill tree and a couple eggs. You are gonna need a flying mount, but you should have enough health. Even if you're taking damage, you should still be able to fly around and collect a couple of eggs. And I forgot my flying mount with me. That is perfect. It's okay. We can get at least one egg. We got a scorching egg here. It's a small one, but sometimes it's gonna have a large one here. There you go. There's a couple other locations, but they're very tricky to get to using just on foot. You need to have a flying mount. And we made it. Barely. Sorry, buddy. I did not I did not mean for you to engage anybody. Yeah, the pals and Obsidian Mountain are pretty aggressive, so expect to fight or just run all the time. So about the eggs, egg places, they're always the same. So the egg will always spawn in a certain place, and after you collect the egg, it will respawn usually 1, 2, or 3 days. So keep checking the same places. It's a very good idea to build a route. You can look at this map and build a nice route that will give you a chance to get as many eggs on your route as possible. Like, I don't have any specific route that I do. I do like checking a few places. One of my favorite places to check is right here. I would use a fast travel point, which you can find. You can also show it on the map. I will get out here. I will collect this egg. I will collect this egg. Then I would fly and I would collect these 3 eggs on top of the mountain. They're so close to each other. Then I will go to this fast travel point. I will collect this egg. There is also a camp here. I would not ignore enemy camps as well. Right here. You can get free pals. It's a level 21 camp, so you could get some decent pals from here. And this is one of my routes that I do. I do it every couple in-game days, and you have a chance to get a bunch of large eggs. I would highly recommend only doing egg routes in the areas with high-level pals, because the pals that you get from eggs also depend on the area and the type, of course. So you definitely want to be hunting eggs in the highest zone you can possibly reach at your current level. What I recommend is to turn on the map and have eggs, enemy camps, and fast travel points visible, and then just look at the fast travel points that are surrounded by a lot of eggs. For example, here, well, here you're gonna need an armor resistant, a heat resistant armor. So you can spawn in this area. You can collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs. If you have a chill pal that will chill you down. This area is usually not very aggressive. So what I like to do when I want to go egg hunting in the new area, I would mark all the eggs according to the map where they're supposed to be, so I can easily reach all the markers. And then I would, well, this is a hot area, so I'm bringing an ice pal. It's not really necessary. Once again, this is pretty small enough for you to be able to explore without taking too much heat damage. But if you want to try not to take as much damage as you can, and if there is nobody that is aggressive around, you can just summon your chill pal, and they're just gonna keep you cold, which is super huge tip. Once I discovered this, it changed everything in my egg hunting expeditions. Now, there's a lot of things that can target your pal, but it's okay. You just keep them around while it's safe. And if you're confident, you can maybe even try to capture somebody. But no, I'm not challenging level 33 pal right now. I'm just gonna try to avoid them. If I think that I'm gonna get targeted, I'm just gonna summon my pal and just take a little bit of damage. And make sure to have a flying mount with you, because some of these areas are definitely gonna be... Oh, there we go. Scorching egg. Run out, summon back your Panking, and go to the next egg spot. Yeah, and on the very top of this tower, we get a scorching egg. And also, an incredible view. Also, if you do it during the night, you are not gonna get hot damage as well, and things are going to be a little bit easier to see. Okay, I see one egg right here. Didn't find any huge eggs today, but it's all just a number game. Just keep trying. Every once in a while you're going to find a large egg, a huge egg, and those are going to be really good source of very powerful pals in the beginning of your journey. That's another regular one. Oh well. Yeah, but the main tip is going to be to get a flying mount. Flying mount, the only one you're going to be able to get at the beginning of your journey when you're just starting in Palworld is going to be a Nightwing. And these guys, you can find a boss, which is pretty easily to defeat, or you can just catch them pretty much anywhere, just floating around. These things are pretty slow, but these things are necessary. You're going to be able to reach mountaintops to get those eggs and effigies so much easier. You also gonna need to find a craft a saddle for it, and it's gonna be pretty easy. You unlock Nightwing saddle, I think. Let me check. Level 15. And the next flying saddle that you're gonna unlock is not gonna be anytime soon. So I highly recommend getting this guy and potentially try to get one that has Swift passive special ability on it, and you're gonna be flying much faster. I still did not get one with Swift, so I'm gonna be a very slow slow pal rider. So you just mount them and you can fly up to the mountains so much easier than climbing. This is gonna make your journey so much easier, especially when you're hunting lots of eggs. And also I like dropping in enemy camps from the sky, and then you just open the lock and then you fly away before they even realize that anything is happening. That is pretty cool. Now let's talk about the incubation comfort level. So right now you can see it seems very comfortable. Incubation speed plus 100%. Basically, certain egg types have different temperatures where they feel the most comfortable. For example, the dragon egg is needs a lot of heat, so if you want to increase the incubation speed of this guy, you're gonna need to put a heater near it or a campfire. I think a campfire gives you 50% incubation boost for the cold ones, and heater is gonna give you 100% boost, at least for the dragon eggs, because these needs a lot of temperature. This one basically requires just a medium temperature. You can see the temperature. Scale on the bottom near your health bar, and you can tell basically. So the damp eggs just need medium temperature. This one needs the highest temperature. But if you want to increase the speed just by a little bit, just if you don't have a heater, if you're just starting, just drop a campfire near it, and this should make it pretty big difference. It's gonna go from 2 hours to about 1 hour and 50%. It's like 1 hour 30 minutes in total. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 campfires doesn't make a difference. You do need a heater to get it to the most comfortable point. Whoops. God damn it. I made a little oopsie. Also, if you need to chill an egg, you can just put your incubator outside or build a chiller near it. Anyway, I think that incubating eggs that you find in the wild is going to be one of the best ways to get more powerful pals when you're a beginner. Now, obviously, the stronger you become, the easier it's going to get. You're going to get into the breeding and probably going to get the best pals that way. But this is a really powerful way in the beginning, and it helped me unlock some of the most useful pals that I still use to this day. Also, if you haven't crafted the incubator yet, you are going to need some ancient civilization points to unlock it and to build it. And for those, just go into your map and find some low-level bosses, like, for example, this level 11 Chillet. Should be pretty easy to beat, and he's going to give you points. You can fight Panking, you can find Catress, depending on your level, and you can also fight these guys over and over again. They do respawn about an hour after of the playtime, so you can come back and farm more ancient civilization points that are used for crafting. Actually, this thing doesn't require points to craft, just to unlock, so shouldn't be a big problem. And I've seen people having way more than 2 of the incubators. I just have 2 for now because I mostly just focus on huge and large eggs, and I don't find many of those. But if you wanna, if you wanna be an egg hunter, you're definitely gonna need more than 2 incubators. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I'm pretty new to Palworld myself. I do have about 10 hours of playtime, but I'm taking my sweet time discovering everything that this game has to offer. I'm probably not the most efficient player, but I definitely like learning things inside out and get the most efficient with everything that I do. So if you want to see more Palworld content, click the subscribe button. I'm enjoying this game a lot, and I have learned a lot of things that I would like to share. And if you want to see that, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck with your eggs, and goodbye.